No, 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 no.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, and you know what that means.
The other night.
It's another one of my groovy podcasts. I've got to thank each and every one of you who's actually watched these videos by the shipload, sharing the video. YouTube tells me you like these type of videos. Ironic that a few weeks ago I was being a bit of a melodramatic drama queen, like an actress from the 1950s, saying to you that I was going to stay away for a while from YouTube and just do my own thing. But just like Al Pacino and Carlito's Way, every time I try to get out, they pull me right back in again. Or was that Godfather 3? Well, either way, you know what I'm talking about. So I kind of realized after a while that there is no such thing as shadow banning. I've seen evidence to the contrary because, you know, I've got my Hercule Poirot mustache in full action. And I've seen people with similar content to mine, and certainly having beautiful women does not harm your content. And speaking of beautiful women, we've got to give a big round of applause to weather forecaster supreme herself, Susie Almeida.
Buenos días, Miguel Ángel, muy buenos días. Los saludo con mucho gusto, iniciando la semana con toda la información del tiempo, y vemos en la imagen de satélite el avance del sistema frontal número 13 se encuentra sobre...
Susie the Floozy has two weather warm fronts I really would like to meet one day.
The following program contains naughty bits. But before each naughty bit comes on the screen, you'll hear this warning sound.
Woke, woke. And then you can come on each other's faces and tell each other that come on your face cleanses you of wokeness.
And now, Thames Television brings you the program that's bigger than this, more daring than this, hotter than this, and more exciting than this. Yes, friends, Thames Television brings you the test card.
But without further ado, folks, let's get into this video today. Mortal Kombat, if you don't know, it's being rebooted this year from the beginning once again. But there's been some controversy about one of the female characters. They decided to desecrate and reconstruct in a way that is so hilariously bad that when I show you the picture, you'll understand why I've kicked off with the beautiful images of Tanya right here. So Mortal Kombat 4, this is my favorite version of Tanya. She just looks amazing. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Sheva from Resident Evil 5, but she's got thicker thighs right here because thick thighs save lives. You've got her here in MKD, and yeah, not bad, looking a little bit like Tina Turner from Mad Max 3 Beyond the Thunderdome. This version I'm not quite sure about, and yeah, you see, this is okay, but Tanya MK4, that's my favorite right here without a shadow of a doubt. So fans are in an uproar. They're being divisive about their opinions about what I'm about to show you. In fact, if you're eating a cereal right now and you're about to drink your tea, you might want to pump the brakes for a little bit because you might end up choking to death on the image I'm about to show to you. So 3, 2, and 1. That is your new Tanya going forward, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that hideous? I mean, if you go back to this version here, right, we're talking classic, sexy, beautiful woman. She's got all the curves. Yes, she's wearing a choker, but it's in line with her costume. That's fine. I don't know much about her ethnicity. If she is African, I'm assuming that she is. But wow, they've actually gone out of their way. NetherRealm Studios, or in this case, Nether Region Studios, have gone out of their way to make her as unattractive as possible. Your Honor, I present to you MK4 Tanya and this hideous version right here. I mean, this is the trend, folks. I've been telling you this for a long time now, that the Western video gaming industry is almost dead. People are sick and tired of not being able to play as an attractive woman in their video game.
I don't know what Katana saw in you. Can't you see, Liu Kang?
Remember Camilla Luddington, who voiced the recent iteration of Lara Croft for those Tomb Raider games? She famously said, I wanted the character to be in shorts going around doing her tomb raiding, but apparently the people at Square Enix just ignored her pleas and she just carried on voicing a character who still looked attractive but was insufferable. And maybe if they'd given her some short shorts, she could have been a bit less insufferable and more pleasing on the eye.
But I have to say, I did think that there would be a point in the game where she would have to use her pants as a tourniquet and then just rip them off, and they'd be like lacy hot pants. I was like, it's gonna happen at some point. She's gonna at some point.
Because the nerds that make these games, you know they've got that in the back of their mind. This can be a tourniquet, or this can be a bandage.
This can be a rope or a zip line.
Well, these are the two. This is the old school. I think we have. There's the old Lara Croft and the new Lara Croft. You got the short pants, the long pants. Either way, it works for me.
And that's another thing as well. I believe they don't want you to have the male gaze anymore, even at animated female characters, whether it's in the video game or a cartoon in the West, because you might be tempted to fap all over that character. I mean, me and Jill Valentine have one of the most platonic relationships ever. Even though I find it incredibly horny and sexy beyond belief, I have not dared to unzip my trousers to Jill, because why would I? It makes no sense. And in fact, if we even go over to this idiot right here, Larry Fink, the man whose hair is slowly dying even as I speak, he's the man who is responsible for encouraging ESG nonsense into all forms of entertainment. And have a quick listen to what he says here.
Asking companies, you have to force behaviors, and at BlackRock we are forcing behaviors. 54% of the incoming class are women. We added 4 more points in terms of...
Yeah, BlackRock, isn't that the same company? And this guy's the CEO of that company, by the way, that lost 1.6 or 7 trillion in 6 months. But according to what he's saying here, you got to force messaging, you got to force ESG into all forms of entertainment, because if you don't, you're losing points. Points means money, and therefore you're just going to do brand damage to your IP, which is ironic because all the companies that are embracing ESG are doing brand damage to their IPs anyway. So I find that hilarious. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Marvel, you, Disney, you, Lucasfilm. That's definitely Cammy. So here we go. So this is Spider-Man 2 coming out. Now, this is the original Spider-Man game back in 2018, 2019. Look how fresh-faced Mary Jane Watson is here. She looks nice. But this is the, well, shall we say the 2023 version coming out this year. And what Insomniac Games have said is, and in fact, if you saw the trailer, it's 10 years ahead. So in 10 years, she's aged this way. But what's quite telling is that Peter Parker is still youthful and young. So the people behind Mortal Kombat and the folks behind this game, it seems to be this prevailing message of, let's make the females as manly as possible with the angular faces. Although in the case of Mary Jane here, I would say she's more round the face in this picture, but definitely you can see the juts coming in on the side, and she's gotten progressively older. So you're not really empowering women, folks, by bringing out these images of them. You're actually doing the complete opposite. You're making them feel bad about themselves. I mean, goodness gracious me. I saw a news item yesterday on ITV about women who go to Turkey to get operations which end up killing them or making them worse than they were before. So I say to you, men and women, if you're considering cosmetic surgery of any kind, don't let things like this put you off or encourage you to put ideas into your head. Be happy with what you got, so make the most out of it. People probably gravitate towards your energy and charisma even more. And at this point, folks, Fortnite, when they have a guest starring female character in their game, Mary Jane Watson, that's the best version I've actually seen. She's hot, she's sexy, she's pretty fully clothed, but the fact they've got her feminine wiles, her curves, her femininity, her beauty, she just looks drop dead gorgeous. I mean, I would take that design and put it on a t-shirt. It's that good. But then when you compare it to the ilk that you see out of there, Fable, now Tanya, I wonder who's next for the chopping block. But something that nobody else will gravitate to is IGN's defense of these things. Calm down, everybody. Insomniac didn't change Mary Jane's face in Spider-Man 2. It's the same actress, they proclaim, but who cares? IGN needs that ESG money, don't they? They need to keep their brand going. But folks, I have to end this video today on something even more terrifying. Secret Invasion, which apparently has done so bad in the ratings that they'll probably give this a bit of a tax write-off and maybe take it off streaming. Secret Invasion continues the MCU storytelling as Emilia Clarke's gear becomes overpowered Super Skrull and will solve the problems men created. So in other words, we're dumb, but leave it to a woman who will actually rectify those problems. I need to remind you folks that this week the CEO of NatWest decided to confide in the details of Nigel Farage's Coots & Co. bank account with a member of the press who was probably giving her less than money than what she earned in a year. And yeah, she lost her job because I'm betting if it was a male CEO, he would actually be discreet and keep those things to himself. So yeah, now we have this. More MCU from the MCU. Marvel's Secret Invasion Disney Plus series continued the now tiresome MCU storytelling, where it now revealed that Emilia Clarke, all 5 feet of her, becomes an overpowered version of a Super Skrull. And I mean, look, Emilia Clarke used to be really good looking, but she's kind of downgraded in her looks. I don't know if this is the makeup. I know she had an operation because she had a debilitating brain disease or something, but she's come out of that thankfully. But this is the same Emilia Clarke who had no problem shedding her clothes for at least the first 2 seasons for Game of Thrones before she decided to cover up. You can't look at my titties anymore, fellas. Go and do something else. But as we progress, oh god. What can I say? Apparently, the ending of this episode is so beyond cringe. I don't know, you might need to get a resuscitator, something to bring you back to life again. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if we're not hammering the message enough already, I guess Marvel, who apparently will continue to double, triple, and quadruple down on their woke messaging. Because yes, the MCU is here to stay, folks. I've even heard that the Acolyte from Leslie Gibbs Headland is going full steam ahead. In fact, the budget for that show before it even goes into pre-production is equal to Star Wars Rogue One, which was 44 million, and the Acolyte is 50 million before the cameras are rolled, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what's rolling? Yours truly. Whose head is rolling? Not mine. That's going to be down to Disney and all the other woke, shill-like corporations out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I certainly hope you enjoyed today's video brought to you by yours truly. No sponsors were harmed or involved with the making of this video. And it's a Friday. Please enjoy your day. If you're winding down for the weekend, I should say, go and get yourself a Papa John's pizza. Me, it's going to be a medium thin crust, Hawaiian, pineapples, Canadian bacon, some barbecue, some buffalo sauce to smother all in. And that's going to set my ass on fire. And I am looking forward to it with some added jalapenos on top as well. Thank you, Nerdrotic, for inspiring me to order that pizza. I am sure I'm going to enjoy it. And the pineapples add a nice little bit of sweetness to the whole proceedings. So yes, it's not going to be that completely belching hot fire cave furnace of a pizza going down your gullet and then come out the other end in a certain fashion. So I seem to be obsessed with pooping at the moment, which is quite good. Maybe it's to do with all the diatribe, god-awful, crappy, woke stuff I've been watching at the moment. So folks, if I were you and if you were me, you better come back for the next video.